If you're a huge fan of some rock band and you go and it's like the reunion show where everybody who's there is a diehard, been with the band since day one, that's what it feels like in the American Outlaws section to me. If you can get somebody to go to a game, they're usually hooked if they have a pulse.
My name's Brian Hexel, and I'm the chapter chairman and travel manager for American Outlaws. Our mission statement is to unite and strengthen, so it's supporters group is bringing everybody together for one common reason, and ours is to support the USMNT national team.
Corey Donahue, I'm president of American Outlaws. I was one of the founders in 2007. It was a group of friends of mine going to games for years. Some games would have events planned beforehand that we would have the time of our lives at. I'm thinking specifically Columbus 2005, the Dos Acero. And we would go to these games and they'd have a great time before the game, meeting other US fans. And then we would go to like a January camp and there would be nothing set up. And we kind of took it upon ourselves to write that. We thought there should be something set up for every game. In 2006, we all went to the World Cup in Germany, and there wasn't any real official thing set up. There was people talking on big soccer and what have you, but we thought that there should be, you know, one central voice saying, this is where we're going, let's all meet there. And a group of friends of mine and I just kind of sat around in bars as you do and talked about what we thought it should look like. That was kind of where it started.
We all have full-time jobs, so we are busy working, and then I'll get off work at 5 o'clock at night, or sometimes 8, and I'll be working for another 3 hours just on setting up these events. A lot of people ask, you know, why do you do it? Well, I do it because the end result of what we are doing and getting the reaction from the fans and our members of, man, that was an awesome event, or you know, that's what keeps the drive going.
There aren't a lot of setups like American Outlaws. There's not really a model, so we have a basis of, you know, we want to get people together, we want to unite US fans and strengthen the US fandom in the country, and we let that be our guiding light, and we look to make decisions based on that. You know, there's a core group of people that are at every game, but for the most part, 60–70% of our section is new people every game. That's kind of the main thing that takes the most work, I would say, is having to start over in a lot of ways every single game. Finding spaces that are going to hold hundreds and hundreds of people and let us sing our songs, and you know, that's not an easy thing to do. Working with a new stadium every game, a new security staff every game, a different bar, a different hotel every game is very, very challenging.
People will say, you know, why do you travel for US soccer? Well, my response usually is, well, why do you pay the $300 a ticket for an NFL game? Like, you can, you know, go to a US game for far cheaper, and you're traveling and you're supporting a national team, so it's different. I mean, but I mean, at the same time, you get a lot of people from MLS teams that travel, and they travel for both, which is awesome because it's growing the game.
What makes American Outlaws important to me is the fact that I know we have made a difference and can make a difference for the team. In 2010 in South Africa, leading into the Algeria game, we do a march into the stadium every game from our pre-game party into the stadium, and we're singing and cheering and stuff. We want to make people know we're there. This was a very rare occasion where we were cheering and marching to the stadium, and the US team bus happened to drive right through where we were marching. We had the whole street, and we had to make way for them, and it just happened to be the US team bus. And so, you know, everybody's pounding on the doors, and you could see the players like giving us thumbs up and stuff. Great, right? Well, after the game, you know, Donovan scores against Algeria. Crazy, one of the best games I've ever seen. Bob Bradley in his post-game press conference tears up talking about that moment leading up to the stadium and what it meant to the players to have all these people down there. And if the coach can tear up while talking about it, you know that it's gotten to them.